It has all the hallmarks of a, Neville Dean and Taylor's sick yet genius mind. I mean, they really have an innate and natural ability to create these kind of concepts without over-creating them, overthinking them, creating great characters, and yet keeping this element of freshness and youth and progressive thinking, and yet their kind of sickness and their pervertedness is, it has a lot of stuff in there, and it all, what's best about their work is it feels effortless. You kind of feel that they just sat down, wrote this script in a couple of hours, and it just made perfect sense, They're very talented. I never wanted to be the same size as 300, because that's a very different thing. We're moving into a kind of a mythical cult warrior there, and so that was a different experience, but I did want to get into almost a different type of physicality, like not as big, but more sinewy, and that feeling that you're just inside, you're so strong in every moment and tough. And that's Kable, because that's the kind of life he's lived, I mean, he has that sinewy, muscly, but without, like that. You're seeing all the veins and stuff. Once the veins started coming out, I knew I was getting somewhere, and you get that from just pumping constantly, then it cuts everything up. Nobody's worked harder than our directors, they're there giving everything in every moment and doing crazy, crazy stuff, and Mark's on his rollerblades, holding onto the side of our van as we zoom down the street, and I'm like, I think I'm being crazy. He's on rollerblades and then smashing into a car, and he's like, oh, that was great, let's go again. I'm like, between Zack Snyder, I tell you, and Mark Neville-Dean and Brian Taylor, I work with some crazy-ass directors, and so I love it. I love it. It's hard, but I wouldn't have it any other way. The whole look and feel, even the idea of the story, it's all it's never really been done before, and you just have to see 2 seconds of this film and you go, wow, what is this? This is really cool, and it's non-stop. It's artistically beautiful. Not the same as 300, because it's there to begin with. With 300 was more green screen. A lot of that happened afterwards. Here, and this was one of the exciting things about this, because 300 I saw and I went, wow, I didn't see that when I was there. I just saw a blue screen. Whereas here, you're in those environments, you're in the big train station, or you're in the prison, or you're up there in the gypsum mine, 7,000 feet up, you're in these incredible locations that really help you kind of buy into the feel of being in the future, being in this kind of messed up world. I have a lot of confidence in my ability to perform action, to understand it, to tell a story with it, to make it cooler, to simplify it, to make it look less stunty at times, and just to do all of that. How to pace myself, and when to use myself, when not, and this is a rush. It is insane when you put this stuff together, and yet it's all completely within the bounds of reality in terms of our story. That's what I love, when action comes out of character and plot. It really does. It's not just gratuitous.